Death lurks in hospitals. It hangs in the shiny, clear corridors where patients shuffle in dressing gowns and slippers, where families sit and wait for hours, where cleaners use chemicals to soften its scent. But death pushes through, blending with the bleach, waiting patiently in line, which is fair enough. Death, like the doctors, the nurses, has a job to do. Death is on call. Death does its rounds, checking up, taking notes, taking lives, but only when the time is right. And the intensive care ward is where the time will often be right. This is a very funny book, but this is not one of the funniest passages, but it is truly great writing, and that's why I wanted to read it for you. There's another bit I wanted to read out. It's a bit where the country, the city anyway, is closed down with 10,000 cars playing their horns like a musical instrument. It's an amazing moment in the book and actually in this city's history. It seems so long ago when they tried to shut down pirate radio and you had all that fuss. But our band, U2, came of age at the time of pirate radio. I remember Dave Fanning when he was working at Big D, and I said, wow, that must be amazing having a radio station named after you. He said, D is for Dublin. The Messianic thing started early for me. For Helen, a lot later. It's an amazing thing that's happened to the city now. We have a new writer on our stage. And of course the novel's not really about pirate radio. It's, if anything, this novel's about the inability of people to communicate with each other in a funny way, even as they're talking to the whole city. And it's these quiet transmissions that Helen seems fascinated with. Families, one beautiful, obviously extraordinary family, one also beautiful and extraordinary, but more obviously dysfunctional, lovers, friends, these kinds of transmissions she's interested in. But it is very, very funny, and they're very, very recognizable characters. You really believe them and you miss them when you stop reading the book. They're, I think, believable because Helen Seymour is very believable. When she says she's going to do something, she does it. She told all her friends that she had in her head all kinds of stories she had to get out of her head, or she wouldn't be right in the head. She got that bit wrong, but hasn't quite sorted out the